Malta there is a stadium in a better shape. This is what it shows for the movie. But capacity, this building is the biggest tenant empire for the gladiator shows. Rome was the capital, Rome has the biggest stadium. Number 2 for capacity is the of Pompeii. Number 3 is in the north of Italy, in a city called Verona, Arena di Verona, Pavarotti. Yep, Opera Theater. Yep. Sometimes this shows there. Pavarotti in Rome went to sing at a bar. In England, as you know, you have a city called Bar. Let's see the picture of the Roman bar. Looks like a fitness center, like a spa. And today it's still big. Stage for the musicians, right? Musicians also at the Colosseum. 5 years ago inside the Colosseum we had the English pop star Paul McCartney, 2,000 euro. Hey, with such expensive wife. Outside, in the middle of the street, for free, secure, Simon and Garfunkel, Elton John, Bryan Adams, Billy Joe. Genesis went to sing at the Circus Maximus. It's like Indianapolis. Yep. Today, nothing left. Yep. Circus was redone in Soda in 1959. When they were filming this movie. Which one is it? Venom. The movie The Mistake. Many guys have watches on. The other was an aircraft. In the corner, Volkswagen Beetle part. You can see gladiators drinking Coca-Cola. Red Bull didn't exist. She liked Red Bull with vodka maybe. Vodka, Red Bull, the new generation. Colosseum is the nickname of the building. Why we call it the Colosseum? Long time ago, where you see the trees, there was the sculpture Nero standing, the Colossus. Why the name Colossus? For the eye. How big it was? 115 feet. Now if you look at the height of the building, it's 150, right? Colossus 115. Plus there was a basement. It was more or less the same height as this thing. Colossus the sculpture, Colosseum the building, right? So the name belongs to the Emperor Nero. I mean, Nero has something to do with the name of the arena. Everybody knows Nero, correct? Nero, not the Nero. Nero, the original. What did he do to be still today such a well-known guy? He was a musician. Well, he had an art, so he did like this. What else did he do, by the way? He was crazy. She's right. He get married 5 times, 3 times with the women, twice with the men. So, a bit alternative he was for sure. What else? Still today there are people, a bit of this, a bit of that. Anyway, what else did he do? He killed his mother. Well, she was his mother-in-law to kill the mother-in-law. But it's not such a big problem. But Nero, he's the guy that destroyed Rome with the fire. The man that actually started the fire of the city. During the fire, he was playing his big harp. Near by the fire, Rome accused the Christians. Well, everybody knows about Christians and the lions. Well, it was Nero who started the story. What a fire. Wanted to have land to be able to have his villa. Long time ago, Rome was big. Look at the book. This one looks like Los Angeles without traffic. Don't you agree? Yeah. Nero wanted to have 80 acres of private house in the city center. What did he do? He tried to buy houses of the Romans. Problem. Nero was very stingy. He didn't want to pay enough. Nobody gave him any. But this man was full of ideas. He invented the law. And the law said in Rome, the houses are private, the fields are public. For the tragedy. Rome went on fire by accident. The fire was on for 9 days. Everything got destroyed. Everything became public. We stood at the Colosseum. Nero made a lake, an artificial lake. What for? To to organize games between navies, tiny boats. After Nero came around the Flavians. The Flavians said to the Romans, Nero was bad, we want to be good. All the politicians are the same, and the Flavians said instead to add the lake, we built up a stadium, and we do it free entrance. So the construction of the stadium was nothing else than a big propaganda. The entrance for everybody, but in Rome there were big discriminations. All the people were divided in 4 floors. The most important people of the society to the first tier. At the time, the most important people were the politicians, the senators. Well, the humanity is still the same. Mid-class, 2nd floor, peons, 3rd floor. The 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd floor were people with seats. People allowed to sit down. There was a discrimination about the lowest class of the society, and those people were standing, not sitting. Do you have any idea who was the lowest class of Rome? Those people couldn't sit down. Who were they? Say something. Don't be racist. Not Jewish, no. Somebody else. Easy question. Who? Oh! No, the answer came. Come here, please. Where are you from? America. You are too young. Listen the right answer. Women in the city of Rome, the men were sitting and the women were standing. That's how it should be. My friend, come here. Well, but some women were allowed to sit down, and these ladies were very powerful in the city of Rome. I talk about the senator's wives, plus the emperor's wives, plus 6 more women sat down here. Today about this kind of women, I can tell you, it's almost impossible to find still one. But let me see if I can see. Oh, don't move. Maybe. Momento, turn around. Who is she? Who is she? A virgin. Don't you agree? You don't believe it? You don't think so? Signora, virgin. Have you? Yes. Lucky guess. Here. The virgins were allowed. She's smiling. The virgins were allowed to sit down. Why? There were only 6. Not so many virgins in the city of Rome. 6, that's all. So they let them to sit down. Talk about the Vestal Virgins. The ladies well prepared. The priestesses of Rome. This lady had a very easy life because they didn't have boyfriends, but they had to take care of the flame, the eternal flame, and of course keeping the virginity too for a long 30 years, 30. They started very young when they were in the ages between 6 and 10. 30 years of their life dedicated. The first 10 they had to learn to take care of the fire. The second 10 they did a job, they took care of the fire, and the last 10 they had to look for somebody else new. After freedom, that means in the ages between 36 and 40. Today we can say life begins at 40. You see they are looking forward over there. And if the virgin wasn't virgin any longer, the brunette, what did you say? She became popular, and then she was buried alive. She's a teacher. She's a teacher. That's why. Anyway, the Colosseum is old. You guys know how old this is? Very old. They started the construction in the year 72 AD. The first show was on in the year 80, and the stadium was ended in 82. 10 years. Right? Just to give you an idea, to build out the Basilica of St. Peter, 106 years. Yep, and the Vatican was done in the 1500s, so the Vatican, of course, had a lot more technology. So why the construction of the Colosseum went on fast? Because when they made the Colosseum, Rome was full of slaves. all the slaves made the Colosseum were coming from Jerusalem. So everybody spoke the same language. So it was no problem to command. Year 70, Titus destroyed Jerusalem. He came back to Rome with 97,000 prisoners. What else? He took also the Jewish candelabra as a trophy, you know, the menorah. Yep. And in 72, with the money of the slaves that were coming from the city of Jerusalem, Titus' father Vespasian started the Colosseum. Some of the Colosseum is still original, some of the Colosseum is a reconstruction. The brickwork in front of us is not original. How old is this? 200. It was the French guy Napoleon Bonaparte, the promoter of this reconstruction. Okay? Limestone over there, that's original material travertine. Right? Oh, everybody can see also that the stadium has a very big section missing. Look at the wall. Then should continue, right? So 150 feet, 150 feet all the way around. When you look in that side, there is a step by the kiosk. That's the ancient perimeter. So the regional outside of the Colosseum is out of the step. Yeah? Oh, the reason of the section missing was a terrible earthquake in the year 1349. That part collapsed. How much is gone? 16%. Why is the section missing? And the other one, because this one, on the left side, is the south part of the Colosseum. So usually there is the sun. On the other side, there is the shade. The shade is cooler. The shade preserves. The heat destroys. Just think about food. Use the cold to preserve. What about the Romans? What did they use to preserve? Salt. Again, teaching. The salt was expensive. Latin soldiers wanted to be paid in salt. The road of the salt is called salaria. That's why you say salary. Salary. Okay. Oh, the floor, those stones are Chinese. But it's that original floor. Yep. All the ground floor inside the gate, outside, up here, all the way around this building was that material. Why it's gone? Because the artist Bernini took it. To make what? Yeah, Bernini is a big name in the Roman art. 1600, Baroque, made something at the Vatican. The colonnade in front of the Basilica. All the pillars were done with the floor of the Colosseum. Don't forget that the Church of St. Peter was done with the seats of the Colosseum. All the Vatican was done with the Colosseum. There is on transportation. The natural quarries of these blocks are in Tivoli, 30 miles, far from the Vatican. Colosseum Vatican, 2 miles. Capisci me? Vatican said, the Romans killed the Christians inside the Colosseum. Everybody knows the story about the Christians and the lions, right? The Vatican said, we need to have a revenge. We dismantle the Colosseum. How with the materials we do the church? It's a lie. It's not true that the Romans killed the Christians here. They killed 2 million people. As we know, only one Christian, probably a few more, but very, very few. One that we know for sure is Saint Ignatius. In English called Ignatius. How do you say? That's what it says. But the name is Ignatius because when he was alive, Latin was the official language. English didn't exist. The Romans killed the Christians. A lot of Christians. But not inside the Colosseum. So where did they kill them? At the Circus Maximus. Why? 6 times bigger than the Colosseum. All the main events of Rome were done at the Circus Maximus. Remember, people went to the circus not for the persecution, there is on the speed. The races were done in 7 laps of the track. Why they chose 7? It was the magic number of Rome. Rome had 7. Listen over here, these people. 7 hills plus 7. That's more difficult. No, the virgins were 6. No, there's 7 kings. 7 hills. 7 kings. 7 laps. Each lap was 1 mile. The Roman miles were short miles. Why? The Romans were short people. By the way, there was an emperor that legalized the Christianity. Who was the guy that said no more persecution? It was the emperor. No, Augustus, no. Who was the emperor that legalized the Christians? Come on. Who made the big arch over there? Costantino. And the arch was ready to celebrate the victory of the Christians versus the pagan. What is victory? It's an American brand of shoes that you call Nike. But don't forget that Nike is Greek and Nike is the goddess of victory. So the shoes must be called Nike, not Nike. Michelangelo, not Michael Jackson, signore. The arch has 3 gates. The winners were passing through the main gate. On top of the main gate, beside the columns, there are 2 reliefs. They look like angels. Those are the victory. Remember, Nike, no Nike. The Christianity changed the mathematics. Do you guys know the Roman numerals? Teacher, how did they write at the Colosseum the number 4? The teacher says AVI. Remember that this lady knows a lot of things. Is she right or is she wrong? Well, she's wrong. The man says different. How is the number 4 at the Colosseum? He says 4 eyes. Who is right? The man or the woman? Oh, the men are always right. The answer is 4 eyes. No, AVI. Where are you from? You should drink 4x beer to know the Roman numeral. It's 4 eyes. Let's go to have a look. Follow me. The men are always right in this part of the world. Follow me. Padre, dai un po', mi sa che...
A chi?
Quel ragazzo con la maglietta blu. Bravo, man.